Okay.
Game that we have to win, and that's obviously what we've been focused on all week, not to concentrate on anything else other than winning the game. And my own, I think that will be echoed by the captain, and just really important match for us. Like to win it. I'd like to be going into the Georgia game with 3 extra points. That's what we're going to try and do. Yeah, we've taken 23 players. Paul McShane had a bit of a back problem. He didn't train yesterday, and he was in a little bit of discomfort, so he has actually gone home at this moment, and my medical staff seem to think that he would probably be struggling for Monday evening as well, so he would be out of contention. Obviously, Ewan O'Kane, Adam Rooney will rejoin us again when we get back, and Anthony Pilkington, who hasn't been able to do that much training with us because he's got his own programme at Cardiff. He's had a few injury problems over the last couple of years, and really with that in mind, then we'll see how we are when we come back.
How is John Walters after maybe not getting the move he wanted and obviously missing a few days at the start of the week training?
Yeah, I think that, I mean, John is fine. He's really fine. He has, even though he was not in the Stoke City lineup at the weekend, he is pretty fit. He played, I think, all of the game against Luton Town, anyway, the previous midweek. And I just think that, really if truth be known, I think John probably would have preferred to stay at Stoke, which is the outcome. But I think he was just maybe disappointed in some of the happenings. I think you'd be better off speaking to him. But overall, in terms of his attitude and willingness and wanting to come in and join us, yeah, he's always there. No, not in an overall picture. I think, yeah, this particular week it was a little bit difficult because yesterday we had 11 aside, and really, if you were counting down the week for Anthony, it would have been the day that, had he been at club level, it would have been the day that he would have been actually probably asked to rest up. So, as you know, we can't organise everything around one particular player. So from that point of view, it was a wee bit difficult. He didn't then join in the second half of the game. He'd done a little bit of work before that, and but I think that as he gets fitter, this is, as he said himself, this is the best pre-season he's had for quite some time. And I think in the course of the next few months, and hopefully if we can qualify at some stage or another, I think that when he has his programme well and truly settled, I think he'll be okay.
That it?
Thank you.
Neil, both yourself and Roy Keane have praised Gibraltar's attacking play this week. What chance do you think the Rock has to cause Ireland trouble in defence?
Well, I've been, first of all, we've watched them. Secondly, we watched the last game that they played against Germany, and I thought they played very well indeed. Should really have equalised in the match, and after half an hour in the game, caused Germany a few problems, and actually in the second half Germany got a host of goals as a counter-attacking team rather than anything else. So Gibraltar have improved since the start of the competition. There is absolutely no question about that, and but we are approaching the game in the manner of as we should do, is that we have to try and win the game. We have to find a ways to break them down, and we have to make sure that we are defensively as strong as possible. Even the great Germans conceded ground to them, and as we say, we saw a great chance in the 30th minute of the match when Gibraltar should really have equalised.
Yourself. Good to see you back. Is this the sharpest you've been before an international match this year? I think the Scotland game in March was your season just started, and then when you came back in June, you only just come back after a groin injury. You said you weren't quite. But is this the best you felt all year?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, obviously the last game I was, for the first time in my career, I was out for more than 4 weeks. It ended up being 2 months, which is the longest that's ever been. So, physically the last game, I definitely wasn't right, and I didn't feel as fit as I'd like to, playing only I think 1 game or 2 games, maybe 30 minutes, 60 minutes I think before I came in with the squad. So I certainly wasn't fully fit, but I've had a good few months now since then. I've been fully fit. The team has obviously been doing well, and personally it's been going very, very well for me. So I certainly feel fit and raring to go.
Robbie, you've played for Ireland through thick and thin down the years. One of the more difficult experiences was in San Marino in 2007. Can you just give us a little reminder about that and what the pitfalls that need to be avoided?
But there's always people always ask questions about when you're playing against a so-called team that you should be beaten. That's certainly a game I always refer to. It was probably one of the worst performances I think we've played for a long time, but in the end we managed to get the 3 points with a last-minute goal by, I think it was Stephen Ireland. So this is why you have to always be cautious when you're playing these teams. You have to be respectful of them and treat it like any other game. And to be fair, all week the players and the manager and the coaching staff has reminded the players, which we certainly don't need it, because we know that every game is always difficult. And if you look in the cups in England, there's always an upset somewhere. So we have to make sure that's not us. We have to approach the game in a positive way from the very, very start, and make sure that we're ready to get the 3 points, and be wary of a team that's, we've been watching videos of them all week, that's counter-attacking, can cause a few problems. So we have to be very, very clever and very wary.
Is that why there was no golf during the week? That it was heads down, serious preparation?
Well, we're not here to play golf. We're here to play football and win football matches. So, I'm certainly not a golfer, so it's no problem to me.
Okay, question over here.
Martin, do you want the players to know the result of in Tbilisi before they go out? Does it make any difference? Obviously, there's a bonus if Scotland do Ireland a favour. And the same question to Robbie: does it make any difference as a player to know that there's a bonus in store if the result in Tbilisi goes Ireland's way?
Well, I'd like to think that we're going to approach it regardless of the Scotland game, or whether we know the result or not. We have to approach this game in the exact same way, and I'd be disappointed if the players approach it in a different way because they knew the Scotland result. We have to fully focus on the job in hand for us, and I'll certainly make sure that the players will be doing that.
Robbie, I don't know if this is your last campaign, but your chances to go to a finals are running out. Does that matter much to you when you look at these games coming up now?
Well, it matters that I want to win every game that I'm involved in. I certainly won't be retiring before October, so I'll be fully focused in the next few months on these 4 games, concentrating, fully on tomorrow, and then we can have a conversation maybe next year, in 2 years' time, if you want.
Neil.
Sorry, Mark. First of all, get the response just about the Scotland's results, and also just the 5 players on 2 yellow cards. Do you have any word with them about just being careful, or again, does it come back to the win at all costs?
Yeah, I think first of all, I think it's very difficult in this day and age now to prevent people from knowing a result, even if they're locked in a dressing room at some stage or another. I think that, for instance, when we played Scotland in Scotland, I think that Georgia had played Poland, I think, earlier on that day. So we were aware of that particular result. We thought that maybe Georgia might have got something against Poland. Poland wasn't to be. Poland scored a couple of late goals to clinch the game. Yeah, I'm aware of we've got 5 players and 2 yellow cards, and we've got a number on 1 yellow card. It's almost inevitable that you're going to pick up these, and it must be very, very difficult to go through a 10-game programme without some players finding themselves in 3 yellow cards. It is what it is. And of course, those players who are on 2 yellow cards, I would like to remind them, just that there are some challenges that that you would think that might not be worth it. Of course, there are other ones that certainly would be. And it is what it is. Some players get booked, as we've seen now, for rather innocuous things, and it tallies up. But I cannot start predicting and worrying myself about anything that's happening. If we start to think about something too far ahead, it'll come back to haunt you. So I think the best thing to do is just deal with it accordingly, and whatever turns out, then we just we're there. We have to meet it.
Patrick, Martin, I just wondered if you remembered coming up to Jeff Wood, were you playing those? Head coach.
No, I don't think I have. He has taken over the side, and I think from the reports that have come, it's been very positive in the Gibraltar setup. But no, I don't remember. But I'm not sure. I'm obviously aware of him. I'm aware of his career as well too. But no, I don't remember.
Okay.
Question. What was according to plan come Tuesday, you should be above Scotland in the table. So psychologically, how much of an advantage would that be?
Well, we don't have to play the games now. That'd be great. Fantastic. I wish Tuesday morning was along, and your prediction would be correct, and that would be terrific. We've got a couple of games to endure and fight over between now and then. First one here on Friday, and it's not me thinking about anything else, something that may or may not happen. We are not in control of that. We're trying to be in control of what's in front of us, and genuinely, I don't know. Come and ask me on Tuesday. We'll see. All right.
Okay, we have a training session at 6 o'clock, so we'll take the last 2 questions. Philip.
In Wales, we're above England for the first time.
Sorry?
The world rankings were today. This might be one. Wales are above England for the first time. The world rankings are very nice in the world. Staggering it's not like. It's only 4 years ago since we were beating Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland fairly comfortably in the Carling Nations Cup. Can you see a time when that cycle will turn it back again? Will be the, if not the best team in Britain and Ireland, the second best team?
You were beating him in what competition?
Carling Nations Cup.
Must have been a humdinger. Yeah. It wasn't qualification for European Championship or World Cup, was it? No. Okay. Right. I have honestly in my time, I think I've won a couple of friendly matches myself, and I assume that they were, strong friendly matches. I don't think you can make that judgment. What is a bit staggering is that Wales have found themselves now, having had not the best competition in the World Cup of last time, find themselves having done very well in this competition to find themselves in front of England. I really don't know how that has come about, so that might tell you something. In terms of us trying to win some matches in major competitions, that's something that we have to look at. We didn't qualify for the World Cup, but we qualified for the last European nations. We haven't historically qualified for that many since the competition started in 1960. We want to try and address that.
Okay, last question. Patrick.
Yes, Adam Pearce as well, Alex Pearce, and Adam Rooney, So I've given them to you, haven't I? You did. You had missed
Pierce.
Alex Pierce. I hadn't finished. Somebody asked me another question before I finished with you. Okay.
Okay.
But Alex is also coming back on Saturday.
Okay, very last question, Aidan.
Robbie, as captain, you brought in the huddle. I know you're not going to reveal what you say, but does your message change according to the opposition? You said earlier on about San Marino and the pitfalls. Do you have a little last reminder?
Yeah, well, every game that you play is obviously different. Different teams, different strategies that the manager would give you before the game. So it's more just little reminders and getting lads together and just making sure that everybody's ready, really. Everything is already done before that, just to make sure everyone's ready to go.